Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the tea press from DAVIDStea. I'm going to show you how to use it and kind of give a little bit of a review. So this one I got when I was still working at DAVIDStea, so it was a few months ago, but I believe they still have this exact one there now, if I'm not mistaken. I still have the instructions on it because I haven't actually used it yet. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. So here's how to use it. You take it apart, so you take off the lid, and then this inside compartment pops out. I personally think the tea press is pretty cool because it allows you to make either hot or iced tea. I'm going to be making a hot tea today because I don't have an ice maker at my apartment, and I just generally prefer hot tea. But if you like both and you find yourself switching back and forth between hot and iced, this could be the perfect thing for you. If you can see on the inside, there are two fill lines. Those ridges there, back here towards the bottom is the line that you're going to fill it to for iced tea. And the one that's higher up over here is the one that you're going to fill it to for your hot tea when you put in your water. So since I'm gonna be using hot tea, I take my, I'm gonna make forever knots because like you can't go wrong. Look at that. It's like a cinnamon roll in a cup. So since I'm doing a hot tea, I'm going to take 1 scoop with the perfect spoon and just put it right in the bottom there. If I was making an iced tea, I would want to do 2 scoops to account for the ice melting. That way when all your ice is melted, you're not left with like a gross watered down tea. So we've got our 1 little perfect spoon of tea in there, and then we're going to fill it to that higher fill line with our hot water. So now we're gonna go ahead and let that steep. Something I really do like is that the tea has lots of room to infuse, which is nice because it lets the tea leaves really like expand and kind of like spread their wings, and you're gonna get the nicest flavor out of your tea when it has lots of room to steep. When DAVIDStea first came out with the tea press, it was when I was still working there, and there was a really big hype around it. We had like these flyers to pass out to customers saying like, it's coming, and they didn't know what the new product was going to be. And when I found out what it was, I was like, oh god, they're gonna be disappointed because we already had like a version of this that makes just iced tea, the iced tea press, which is super cool, but I just didn't think it was worth all the hype for like the same product that can also do hot tea. For me, as a person who doesn't really drink iced tea, I just thought like it's not for me per se. But now that I'm working in like an office setting, I could definitely see how this would be a cool thing to use there because number one, I like to make my tea when I'm on my way out the door in the morning. So I feel like this would be really great because if it's not ready to steep, you can just put this like that and carry it out the door like this, and you're not steeping your tea yet, but like you have everything and you're good to go, and you could just let it steep in your car. I bet you're asking like, well, why wouldn't you just bring tea bags to work and just like leave your tea bag in the car and let your tea steep in the car that way? The difference is when you push this down, it steeps your tea and traps all the tea leaves at the bottom. So all your tea leaves are trapped in there. The steeping has been stopped. So if you're making a white tea or a green tea, you're perfectly good. But the biggest benefit, in my opinion, is you don't have to worry about dumping out wet tea leaves or throwing away a tea bag at work. It's all trapped in the bottom there, and you don't have to think about it or deal with it or anything until you get home at the end of the day. I think for the right person, this would be a really, really cool Christmas gift. It depends on your kind of lifestyle. I personally like to bring my like giant 30-ounce tumblers to work and make my tea beforehand, just because I like to have a lot of tea, and I don't really want to make my tea at work. It's unfortunately not leak proof, so you can't throw it in your bag like you can with a carry travel mug, but it's just pros and cons. For the tea press, don't have to deal with wet leaves, but you do have to carry it. You can't just throw it in your bag. And then for the carry travel mug, you will eventually have to dump out some wet tea leaves, but also totally leak proof, and you can throw it right in your bag. I believe these go for $35 each. If you're a person who drinks tea every day, you bring your tea to work, you want to make your tea at work, and you do enjoy hot and iced tea, I think it's awesome. Alright guys, so those are my thoughts about the DAVIDStea tea press. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have a tea press, what do you think of it? Do you think it was worth all the hype? I hope you're having a beautiful holiday season, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching!